Hi. Hi, Tuskegee and future Tuskegee applicants, the future Tuskegee students that were accepted. We are so proud of you. We welcome you to the Tuskegee family. On behalf of Tuskegee, I'm pretty sure they're waiting for you to be a trailblazer. Just blaze your trail. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about me so you know what we might have in common, what we don't, or at least you can check out my perspective. So, real quick, I am a transfer student from Chabot College. I'm from California. I'm from the Bay Area. You'll meet a lot of people from California, Tuskegee. At least that's what a lot of people tell me. I somewhat believe it, but they're like, everybody's from California. I'm like, no, I don't think so. There's a lot of people that are from LA and San Diego. I'm from the Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland area. I'm also 22. I'm working on a lot of different things. My major is animal science. I have a degree. I'm also still working on at Chabot College, which is business. I just got a certificate in real estate, so I have to go through the process of interviews and getting my license in real estate in California. So shout out if y'all are thinking about buying a house in California sometime soon. Hit me up. I am animal science. The main doctor is Dr. Bolden Tiller. I work at Tuskegee also, so I like working at Tuskegee because it helps me network my first year, get to know a lot of people in Tuskegee and outside, meaning in the city of Tuskegee. Also, I also know a couple people in Atlanta also through church. Yes, I am known as somewhat of a girl that goes to church or speaks about God. So those are probably the main common ones. Uh, Besides the little common, I guess you say, things that we might have in common. Um, yes, Dr. Bonatilla is the main doctor in animal science. She's really cool. If you are going to animal science, which a good majority, at least about a fifth of the class will be animal science their first year, or will switch into animal science, or will switch out of animal science, or will think about in animal science before they go, and they might switch just before the first or second day, or might be undecided but think about animal science. uh I have to tell you, probably just to give you the rundown as a freshman, because it was my first year, so I kind of have the freshman experience. I'll be there, just FYI, for probably another 2 years, 2.5 years. So if you see me on campus, just say, "Hey, Kayla, what you doing? Hi, Kayla." Hit me up on here, ask me more questions. Okay, so the dorms. Okay, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, y'all, but I'm just letting you know. The dorms is a big one. So I'll talk about that. I'll talk about Tuskegee spirit. Talk about Tuskegee. I'll talk about the surroundings of Tuskegee. And let's stop there and just hit those, and I'll come up again. Okay. So first, when you come into Tuskegee, and me being from California, if you've ever been in a really type of rundown, slow moving city, that's Tuskegee. They don't have a lot of businesses. They don't have any transportation that I know of. I've never seen a bus run through there, but they do have a shuttle that goes to the airport, and depending if it's a regular day or a holiday, it's like $30 to $60. Just about. Like, if they know you coming, it's gonna be $60. uh, Trying to have your parents drive you around, or a friend or family member that is in Tuskegee drive you around, it's gonna be a little bit shock, especially those from California. A couple of them said that they were transferring because it's a culture shock. That's the word that they use. Oh, it's a culture shock, isn't it? Yeah. It's run down. On a scale of 1 to 10 and being ran down, it's probably like an 8.5. It's what I like to call, because we call a city like this in Bay Area. I'm not gonna say it, but we call it the ghost town. And this is what kind of reminds me of a ghost town. Like, yeah, you see some people there, but it just looks like some place where there's nobody's living, nobody cared. It's kind of scale of 1 to 10, 8.5. And I see my face too. I'm about to get there. About to ski. um, like I said, no transportation. The people are nice. If you're a young lady and you're walking up and down the streets, they will be sitting there telling you, whistling at you, trying to pick you up, trying to get your phone number, honking. Usually there's nobody yelling things. Sun goes down at least around 6:30 or so. So you gotta, get where you gotta go, because they're the closest you have to get some food. Maybe in walking distance, because I walk far and I don't mind it. Is Burger King, which is a little far. It's maybe about a 15-minute walk. Maybe I want to say that maybe it's longer, maybe about 20-25 minute walk. If you're walking with friends, you can walk slow, but it goes faster. And walking distance, because they will tell you, why don't you go get it? McDonald's, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar General, Subway, Pizza Hut. They have a Chinese food place. They have a place called the Coop, which is really big in Tuskegee somewhat, but a lot of people don't eat there. But Tuskegee raves on it. Like, oh, you went to the Coop. Oh, the Coop. Let me keep it real. The Coop is, they have some chicken. Their food is good, but the place is not clean. I mean, the food is good, and my friend says he knows his auntie's friend owns it or something. So no, I'm not trying to get up on him or nothing, but it's not all that. It's not all that. It's not that bad though. You can get like chicken, cornbread, I think like some fries and a soda for $5. And I had a piece of cake. My friend took me there, and I was like, which was a guy friend. I was like, so is this a date? Because this is not the best. But I told him I wanted to go because I'd never been, and everybody was raving on it. But so it's kind of on me. There's a lake near there. It's really pretty, nice big houses, but you got at least a mile of a walk, if not more, a mile and a half, which is probably about a half hour, 35-minute walk. Drive like that. You ain't even gotta worry about it. So that's the surroundings in Tuskegee. You can always call the policemen on campus, and they can pick you up from your house. But the thing is, meaning your dorm or your house if it's on campus, or the Maribels, which is housing off of campus. But the thing is, they won't take you to Dollar Tree. And they have a campus shuttle. But you have to kind of know the person. Like, I had to get to know the person really well. Excuse me. I had to get to know the person really well and tell them, could you take me here? Could you take me to the bank? Could you take me to McDonald's? They'll drop you off, and then you can go. If you have a lot of people, sometimes you want to schedule it beforehand. Don't call them. Don't email them. Don't call the security and ask them when the shuttle's leaving. They don't know. And they're not going to check their messages. And they're not going to call back. And they're not going to fire nobody because you don't like them and they're not showing up. This is not like a bus stop. They're not going to have the times of the bus stop. If it's raining and they tell them, oh, you need to take this person from the Tuskegee Health Center to the hospital, or Tuskegee Health Center to Walgreens to get their medication, then you out of luck. You got to call a friend. You got to make sure the weather is up. Everything. This video is running real long. There's one gentleman. He's an older gentleman. He wears glasses. He's pretty cool, but he doesn't always show up. I'm saying that because I know him on a one-on-one basis. Like, we cool, but he don't always show up. But sometimes if he knows he has to go somewhere, he's getting or told to go somewhere, he'll be like, okay, cause I know you, I'll pick you up and drop you off here. And I'm like, cool. I knew a lot of people in the beginning of the year that had cars, and then they either started wanting to leave Tuskegee and be mad, get mad at everybody, and be like, I don't want to leave, da da da. Somebody broke in my friend's window after she didn't deny me a ride, but I asked her, and the next 2 hours I walked past her car and she was taping up her car, and I think she thought it was, and I was like, shoot. So you gotta have multiple people that have a car, try and get a car. You could be a freshman, you know how it is, getting teased for not having a car. Um, that was long on the outside. Auburn will drive around Tuskegee with their Auburn flags. Old men will drive on Tuskegee, or they will walk on Tuskegee and say they're from Tuskegee, but they look like they're 60. You'll also have roaming dogs, but it's kind of cool if you just stay away from them. I'm giving y'all like the whole rundown. A lot of fights? No, just a minimum. It's not a lot of fights. From what I know, from what I see, yeah, arguments, maybe loud talk to each other. People don't fight too much. In one place I noticed they don't fight, I'll get to later. Um, but yeah, that's about it for the outside. There's a lot of things that go on with frats, and sometimes things not being consensual. If you don't know what it means, look it up. Because I'm trying to stay away from the R word, you know. So if you don't know what it means, consensual, when two people and they decide to and not forcing another person to. I think is that the word? I think this is sign language for it. Yeah. Um. Okay, the cafeteria is really nice. When I liked it, I really liked it compared to a younger brother that I have. I really liked it. I'm appreciative of it. People are complaining about the food about being the same. So they're saying get food stamps. So I said next semester I'll try and get food stamps. Excuse me. So I'm trying to get food stamps. I work, but money, like when you have a work study job, you only get paid so much. You can only work so many hours. But that should be one of the first things if you can handle it, and just tell them off bat, like, I can't work 15 hours a week. I can only work half that much. Take into consideration your studies. Nobody fights in the cafeteria. That's what I told you to. No, there's no fighting in the cafeteria. Ain't nobody. Wednesdays, fried chicken Wednesdays, they all dress up. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm 22 and you know what? Sometimes the first semester I was like, oh, okay, I'll dress up too. And I mean, guys, 3-piece suit, bow tie, nice shoes, nice haircut, sunglasses. Girls, heels, tight dress, tight jeans, new hairstyle. Like they'll have the same hairstyle all week from last week, and then they'll change it. And I don't mean like the hair. I mean just like hairstyle. Like, oh, I never seen with that hairstyle before. Like they really prep, make their toenails and their fingernails the same color, and they'll wear MK bags. Like it's cool, but after a while, I was like, yo. I mean, if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm not gonna do this every Wednesday. I'm not. No. Another thing is you'll see with dressings is we're on it. Yeah, you'll see a lot, but it won't be for me. It's not too much, and I walk everywhere around that campus. I even take the long way around just so I can get my legs together and everything, so I can stay healthy. But I mean, it's college. It's nothing too unexpected. That's all I can say. Is you just think, oh, college girls. Hair, yeah, they wear weaves and whatnot. More than I thought actually. I thought it was gonna be all natural, so I went natural, and then I was like, dang, look at you. I was like, school ain't even started and they got weaves in. I was like, dang. And I was natural for a long time, and then I put it back in, and then I was natural again, and then somebody cut my hair that worked at New You salon or something, New You or New You. She cut like 5 inches of my hair off, and I was mad, and so I went back to weave because I got shy. So, because my hair was like here, or something. Yeah, it was like a good here, which is a nice length, but it's different when you have longer hair and then you go from short. So I was upset, and I'm a church girl, but I told her, like, you need to be careful with them scissors, because one day you're going to cut somebody's hair, and it's going to be the wrong person, and they're going to end up burning the place down. I was like, you need to calm down with them scissors. Use a mirror. Put it behind them. Make sure you have a friend that goes to the salon with you and go, no, you can't touch my friend's hair like that. No, oh, no, she was about to cut this much off, girl. So, that's a little tip also. Yeah, the first couple of days of school, everybody's gonna dress up. It's when you come back. When I found out when I came back from winter break, nobody was really dressed up, and that was when I dressed up, and everybody was like, "Oh, she's the only one dressed up." But I think maybe because I didn't party the night before, and everybody else partied because they all had sweats and shoes home. And if you see me around campus, I'll have sweats on sometimes, because I used to have PE, so I'll have sweats on sometimes. I might not. I'm not afraid to wear heels though, and make it like TU, make it like, oh, this is my runway, and I will work it. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm tired as heck. I did all this, and I did all that, and I did all of this. Yes, I'm gonna put on these sweats. Besides that, let's see if I can think of another one. I'll talk about teachers in the next one, because I'll do one in like maybe even a couple of days. Just tell you about the teachers, dorms. Okay, so let me tell you beforehand about the dorms. This is what I figured out. The Rock, White, Harvey, the Marbles, especially the West and the North Marbles. There's no South Marbles, really, I guess. Or excuse me, the West and the North Commons. Those are the good places, but the Commons are for older or juniors and seniors. You have to pay more. I think you have to pay like at least, I want to say a little more than 500 to each month, like 450 each month, and the security deposit is 500. So, but you got your own stove, your own refrigerator, your own room, your own bathroom. I'm about to cry while I'm talking about it, because when you get all that, you get your own living room and your own little parking space and a little backyard and porch and a little what's it called? That's up high. Sometimes if you're up high, you can go on your balcony, I guess you say. Yeah, that's pretty nice. My first year, I was like, well, let's save money. This is your first year. I was in Russell. I wonder if it can mess with your education where you live, because I think it did a little bit, meaning my grades. It's going to be very loud. Russell is a girls' dorm, but it was a guys' dorm. And there's one abandoned that I don't know the name of. I keep asking everybody what is the name. I think I've even asked faculty and they don't know, but I haven't asked anybody in housing before. There's also Young, Benneker, and Bethune. They call Mob, Men of Bethune. No, they're not really, I won't say the scariest, but Rundown, even for the parents. I'm sorry if your parents gonna watch this. Russell always, of course, kind of got the guys coming in and out because the guys are right there. And this is just the west side of Tuskegee. There's more dorms I'll talk about. Russell, okay, it's dirty. You got community bathrooms. You got a dorm room. Take your room. Take about a third of that size. A third of your closet space. That's it. Usually you have some place drawers underneath your bed, or you could lift up your bed and put things in there. Ladies, this is for Russell, Bethune, Banneker, and Young. which is where men stay at, but the women at Russell. Russell's pretty dirty. You have to clean it. The microwaves are community. You can't have your own microwave. You have to clean it. You can have your own refrigerator. Of course, no alcohol, but people be making ways to get alcohol, and they're cutting, things in their door and whatnot to get alcohol. The the RAs, they're pretty cool. They'll even smoke and drink with you. Like, I have friends, I walk in the dorm, they'll be in there smoking and drinking. The And this is by the way, this is all RAs. Like, most of all RAs. They're drinking, they're smoking, they having boys in. That's just how it is, And they're supposed to be the, like, room assistant or something like that. Residential assistants of the DA, which is the dorm director, some type of dorm director. And she's pretty cool if you know her. Get to know your DA, get to know your RAs, at least somewhat. You don't probably want to be extremely close because, they might be scrutinizing. That depends on them. But get to know your dorm directors, your RAs, in case you miss meetings. There are mandatory meetings. There are mandatory room checks. This is for everybody. Everybody. Even in the commons, they have mandatory room checks. Yeah, you're going to feel a little bit like a kid, but they're supposed to be guiding you while you're growing up. So, let's see what else. The bathrooms are dirty, girls. I don't even think when you go into there, and guys, when you go into there, I don't even think they clean the bathrooms. Because I went into Russell in the beginning, and I was like, who's been here before me? Like, I'm a transfer student. I'm here during Leisure Week. Who was here before us? It was nasty. It was dirty. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Stuff on the walls. Red fingerprints. Black fingerprints. Like, there's nasty stuff in the sinks. Hair. There was somebody put hair in, like, the windowsill, and we was like, oh, they trying to make their curtain. Like, we'll laugh to get through it. Cry to get through it. Cry because you know you're going to get through it, though. But my roommates, we didn't get along at first. Then we did. Then she was gone a lot. And we ended on a good note, though. But she was gone quite a bit. Like, it got to one point where she was gone like 4 or 5 days out of the week. And there's only 7 days out of the week. So, yeah, that was a long, long time being gone. When you're supposed to have a roommate and she ain't there. But, on the other note, I was always in tutoring, like, the last 2.5 months of last semester. But she wasn't there for reasons, I believe, that I'm not going to say, and unknown reasons also. Family and things like that. But always have a room that you can go to just in case you're having issues. Somebody in my dorm room, I was singing a gospel song because I was supposed to be singing outside of Tuskegee, or outside of the Tuskegee University, and I was singing at somebody's church. Somebody went off on me. You see, I took that deep breath. Because I was about to go off. Just think about it. But she was 18. So, I mean, when you go in, you want to make your own mark. You want to tell people you're not afraid of them and everything. But she was really small. She was like 5'2". And me, I'm 5'9". So it was awkward. But she yelled some vulgar stuff because I was singing. And I was like, who paid for this? Like, if you're a transfer student, don't be afraid to be bold but not a bully. Just make them think when you're talking. Like, I've been in college more than you've even have, like, a high GPA. Like, what is your GPA? Do you even have a GPA? Nope. Like, just let them think a little bit, like, shoot. Anyways, it made me so mad. I was like, I pay my taxes for longer than you've been alive, almost. Because she looks like she's 3-4 years old. She's really small. But that's me. You're gonna have some obstacles, but obstacles is only when you take your eye off the goal. So don't take your eye off the goal. Just keep thinking like, I'm here to graduate. Because people want to fight because what they have worked for isn't worth as much, or they feel like they have time. I'm trying to get out of here and, like, 2.5, 3 years. I'm not trying to stay here 4 years, 4 or 5 years, because I was sitting here fighting and I have to come back. No. And you won't get caught fighting all the time, because my friend, she fought, but it was in, well, the situation was somebody was fighting, was jumping her because of a guy, which I told her, I said in 2, 3 weeks, he's gonna do something stupid, and it happens. See, like, I was like 2, 3 weeks, and exactly 2 weeks later, she was getting jumped, and my friend was fighting the other girls off of her, and they videotaped and put it on YouTube, but she said take it down, and she was not caught at all. Like, and she was from Cali. She's from Cali too. So we can be kind of like even me, I could be, but it's just got to be in defense. I'm not going to do a random because I like your hair. I'm not going to talk about you. You know, and try not to do that, men and women, you know, like build each other up. We're not in competition with each other. We all trying to be successful. If we taking each other down one by one while we're getting on that ladder, yeah, we're going to look like we're individual and we're the only one up there, but it's going to be lonely. And you're going to be confused. And you can only get so far without support and other people like you around you trying to help you and strive and help you strive for the same thing. Trust me, it's a better result when you have other people that you have right next to you striving for the same thing. Okay, anyways. Yeah, the dorms, that's about it. They're dirty. All those dorms I just said, 1 to 10, it's like 8.5, 9. And I'm not, no, they dirty. They are dirty. They're going to be dirty from the beginning to the end. You're going to see mold in the showers. Complain, I heard. If you complain about the mold, they can get you in somewhere else. I didn't know that. The air conditioning goes on and off. And the heat, it can be 80 degrees outside. You go in your room and it feels like 40. You're like, what the? What am I going to do with these conditions? It's 40 degrees in my room and I'm not allowed to have a heater because it might start a fire. What? Sneak that heater up in there if you can do it without getting in trouble, only because it's a health concern. And you can complain to housing, they can move you. Like if you get into one of those, like Young is known as the cool, smart guy type of dorm, but it's dirty as heck. But compared to Rock, so Rock is really like, Rock is known as, it reminds me of Residence Inn. It looks like a little Hilton. And I don't know everything that they have in there. I have been in their dorm rooms because we've been in the lobby and their dorm was like right there, which is really weird. Like the lobby is there and the dorm is right there. And I would just go in there. They have, I guess you say his and his sinks. It's only for guys, sorry. His and his sinks. They have, it's not too much of a big dorm room, and it's kind of weird because their beds are really high. Their beds are like 4.5 feet high in the air, and then they pack their stuff underneath. But ask for that if you can, especially if you're enrolling soon and they say, oh, so do you care where you go? Say yes. Because I was like, no, I just want to go so much, you know, to get my life started and then to end it. No, say yes and tell them. Guys rock. I mean, you got community microwaves and stuff, but they keep their stuff clean. Yes. Girls, whites, you have to have over a 3.0, I think, to get into rock and white, though. And you could probably get in if you don't have it, because I've talked to some people and they're like, I did not have a 3.0. Why am I in here? I don't know. But yeah, ask for that. You can get in. White is basically the same, like same whatever I just said. But the bathrooms, I went into like 3, 4 dorms. I went in like 3, 4 dorms. You could decorate really nice. They're kind of small because you have 3 people instead of 2, like Russell. The bathrooms, you only have 1 sink. Yeah, 1 sink and 1 bathroom. You might be sharing with another 2 people that are rooming together. So it's like bathroom here. And then on the right side, you have somebody living on the side of the bathroom. And on the left side, you have somebody living on the bathroom. I mean, on the, the other room. And yes, Harvey is pretty nice. That you can even get single. You can live by yourself. Some people can't live with other people. Some people don't like other people. Some people don't like black people. Some people don't like their hair. Some people don't like people peeing over all the place. Some people don't like that people ain't clean. Some people are just superficial. Get a single. Save us all some horrible mess and get a single if you can. Then you also have Tantum. Tantum's decent. It's decent, but you only have like a bathroom on each floor, so you sharing, a bathroom, and it's not that many people living in there from what I've seen. So yeah. You have Adams. OD. They say is where the let's just say where the girls give it up at, but it's closed. So sorry, boys. You have Adams, you have Douglas, and you have also that other one. They always be making fun of it too, cause don't nobody be remembering, and I'm not even gonna care if I can't remember. Y'all probably don't want to know, anyways. Douglas is okay. Adams, it's like the new OD, not because it's where you know but it's just ghetto. Everything just seems to happen there because it's right next to Cafeteria, and it just has wrong places. Check out where these dorms are at also, so you know. I can't think of anything else about the dorms or where they are. I'm probably getting ready to end this video because it's hella long. And next time I'm gonna try and make it shorter by writing it down and then talking while I'm looking down. Um, what else with dorm food? People complaining because it's the same food. Uh, Classes usually don't start earlier than 8 o'clock unless you gotta take a different load or you're up, higher in status and classification, maybe like junior or something. And yep, that's all I could think of, y'all. Yep. I'll probably talk a little bit later about some things. And it'll probably be in a couple of days. Sometimes I have my hair like this. This is just one of those days. Sometimes my hair is, curly or straight or wavy. But yeah, or the ponytail, long ponytail. But yeah, okay. My Instagram is Godly Made, and my Facebook is Kayla Marie Jones. Except it don't have a hyphen like it does in here. And my classification, I'm trying to be 2016. Yay to the class of 2018. I believe it is. Is that 2018? Okay, y'all. Go, go, go. It just seems like so far from now. That's so far from now. Um, and yeah, I'm pretty nice and sweet. I'm gonna be honest. I don't usually, it takes me more than once, conversation to try and get to know you. And it's kind of hard for me to remember names. So if you see me, say hi. Say Kayla, hi. Say, you know what Kayla is? Try and contact me on, contact me on YouTube. I'm trying to do a lot of things. I'm trying to get into places. I can't say, but places. And yeah, I love to help y'all. Next time I'll probably try and talk about the teachers, what they're expecting of you, like transferring credits. Make sure your credits transfer, AP, IB, whatever. Make sure they transfer before, because you'll take the same class and you'll be upset, because that's what happened to somebody I know. And you'll be upset because you just wasted like 80 hours of your time. Plus that, because you have homework with that. So make sure that goes through. Always carry extra stuff. I'll give you the rundown, like extra stuff to carry with you, so you don't have your own papers here, because that's what I carry. But it'll be more detailed, and hopefully this was like the outside where like kids like and stuff, before we transfer. But I'll give you like the details, what your parents will be writing down, what you'll be writing down, what you need for inside the dorms. Also, if you want something, I'll make a list and put it down. But yeah, that's it. I have my Tuskegee. Oh, this is my Tuskegee gear, y'all. To you? You know? I do a lot of those too. So if you're around me, you'll hear me say it. If I'm around my friends, I was going to say if I'm around black people, it's HBCU. But if I'm around my friends, you'll hear me say to you out of nowhere. If there's random, like, people running around, or there's tours, or there's homecoming, yeah, I'll talk about homecoming too. I'm usually the one to carry the tea. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm really good and I've been shouting all my life at basketball games. So, all right, though, y'all. Just to remind y'all, I'm happy that y'all coming in, class 2018, excuse me. If y'all transferring students, yes, thank you. We got some more transferring students in the house. Yes, yes. And you know what? Look me up on Facebook. I'm going to say it again. Kayla Marie Jones. I'm going to try and put up some homecoming videos, some football game videos pretty soon. And like this is just going to be a try and have like a little playlist for Tuskegee, like, the rundown. And hopefully the next video will be shorter because I'll be writing more in there what I don't carry or what I don't say or put in my notes. So, yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Peace and love.